Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse and I was about to give up, keep going and don't quit. That's the lesson I wish I could have taught myself when I was younger, because greatness is just on the other side of failure. My name is Travis Steneck, and I'm the founder of CrownDigital.ai. And just a few short months ago, it was me here realizing that I'd grown and built a dental marketing agency that I had hated. Literally had built myself a nice pair of golden handcuffs because I was good at what I was doing. People were purchasing and enjoying the products which I was producing, but I hated what I was doing. I hated being called in the middle of the night while I was on vacation with my wife and kids from my clients who were upset at the time because my product sucked. Let me just rewind the clock before I tell you what happened right before I was about ready to throw in the towel. Again, just a few short months ago, at the end of last year, I basically had grown this dental marketing agency, and I built and scaled it up to $30,000 a month in 90 days. And I just realized, again, the reason that I built and scaled so fast is I had a great basic product, and I was really good at sales. And what happened at the peak of that was that 30 client base that I built started to churn. And I realized that I didn't have a good product. So what I did is I spent the next 3 months, hired coaches, and it really hunkered down and really focused on and developed my product. And lo and behold, cracked the code. Again, as I said, it took over 30 clients, and only one of them, listening to what I told them, actually had success. One of them, we made over almost $140,000 in 30 days with only $16,000 put into ads. That's 8.5x ROI. Guess what? The biggest problem that I found while I was developing my product was not just specific to the dentists in that dental world. It's actually every local small business owner. Typically, not every, majority of have the same types of problems. And it has to do in their sales process, from the lead, where you're a complete stranger prospect, nurturing them all the way up till the point where they close the sale. And then, of course, we're not talking about fulfillment, but it's that front end. Is basically, what's the first problem that most local businesses or any business owners have is leads. They don't have enough prospects, enough potential customers or clients to serve to. That was the foundation. And it started out as just a lead gen agency. We generated a bunch of leads. But what I found out was these dentists, they were spending money on ads, and they were wasting their money on the leads that we generated for them. Why? Because they weren't properly following up all the way? Sure. What did I have to do? I went out and had to build a call center. So I went out and designed and built a call center and operated a team. At the time, it was 6 people. And that we were basically, 8 hours a day for each individual worker, overlapping schedules, about 12 hours around the clock that we had dialers, just dialing, power dialing after power dialing, thousands of phone calls every week that we were making. The issue was still the same. Again, regardless of how many touch points that we were making, we weren't able to capture, qualify, nurture, and convert all of those leads into actual sales consistently, time in and time out. And so again, I'd come down to the point where I developed this amazing product, an amazing software using artificial intelligence, AI voice agents, conversational bots to book appointments automatically through text message, omnipresence on all the channels of Google, Facebook, email, text message, your website traffics, the Google GMB pack when people are searching for the best dentist near me, whatever it may be. Okay? The software itself was applicable to any of these local businesses. It just so happened that I was going into the dental world because it was the highest competitive market to crack into, but it also produced the most amount of millionaires. And so, of course, I wasn't just doing this for fun. I was doing this to get freaking rich. And on my way to scaling to $1 million a year, I realized I was basically building myself another job that I hated. So it didn't happen overnight, but over months, it came to me that I realized, I wasn't in aligned with what motivated me, the life that I wanted to live. And I encourage all of you, if you ever get to that point in your life, that you take a step back and you ask yourself, what's the life that I want to live, right? Stop freaking doing the same crap that you're doing all day, every day, and succumbing to somebody else. Basically, giving yourself in a prison cell, so to speak, because you're required to, because, oh my gosh, I don't have enough money to survive. I don't have enough air to survive. I can't breathe. I don't have enough money. So I got to go do the thing that I hate doing so I get enough money supply, air supply, so I can breathe until I got to go to work again the next day. Do you understand how stupid that is? And it doesn't have to be a day job 9 to 5. It literally was my dental agency. I was a CEO, owner, operator, and outsourcing and duplicating myself and hiring a bunch of people and all this crap that I hated doing. So what's the life you want to live? So I had to ask myself, like, first of all, it was like, what are the things that I'm good at? Because the things I'm good at, I was actually energized and motivated. And so I found out my strengths. And then I found out of those strengths, what problems can I solve? And I already had spent 2 years with great success demonstrating the thing that I'm good at. I've developed a software and a solution that's really good at solving problems. And then here comes the segue into where I was just a few short months ago. Again, having slowly let this dental agency burn to the ground, I decided that I'm going to part ways. I've let go of my entire call center and let all of those clients just slowly fire me, so to speak. And I started to pivot and focus on other things. And now guess what? It's this like full circle, like the thing that I started out in life with, always loving really big real estate and fancy houses. And my grandma's been doing real estate for 50, 60 plus years. My wife's family's in I just also as well, my wealth building activities are all focused on cash flow producing, appreciating assets like multifamily and such. And so it made sense that I would take this product and I would pivot and then I would enter and serve real estate. Now, I serve real estate investors and I help them close more deals without doing more work, things they hate doing, spending more time or money with the simple levers of the software tweaks that we make in their sales, their customer journey, and their systems automations. And what I been able to do is crack the code to producing results for really any local business, any small business, and do what fulfills me, what energizes me, what is in alignment with my overall vision and purpose. I have multiple businesses and they're all serving the same vehicle. They all feed into the same purpose. And that's what I encourage all of you to find out for yourself is what is it that you should be doing or could be doing that would produce something good for the world that solves a problem people are willing to pay for and you love doing. So here's my story. It's taken me nearly 40 years of life on this earth. And as I said, maybe 25 years of working because I was a middle school sweeper when I was 15 to figure this out and say, life isn't about making money. Life is about living it to its fullest and enjoying and having experience, having good health, great relationships, having income that gives you the ability to make choices and do whatever it is that you want. Because what is money? It's only 2 things that it's good for. It's to help make you comfortable enough to be creative enough to give your gifts to the world. Okay? That's it. It's not evil. It's not a tool or utility like it is a tool and a utility, but it's not an emotional based thing as a lot of us have put around it. Money is literally the mechanism to bring us comfort, aka analogous to air. If I don't have air, I'm not comfortable. If I'm underwater or I'm mounted first with a low oxygen content, you get the idea, right? So once I'm comfortable enough that I have enough money or air supply, now I can be creative enough. So I'm not worried about how I'm going to pay the bills. I'm not stressed about the next money thing. It's, whoa, I don't even think about money. What is it I want to do now? And I'm focused on producing things that energize me, that others are finding meaningful and valuable. The things that I'm doing that come natural to me might be challenging for John and Jane, and John and Jane might be willing to exchange money with me in exchange for my service or product or good or whatever it may be. The same for you. But anyhow, enough of that. And if you want to know in more detail about how I did this, specifically step by step, you can join my free school community down below. The link's in the bio, and you'll get to see exactly how I did this. And if you want to rip and copy the template and do it for yourself, I highly encourage you. I give everything away for free. So go ahead and click the link in my bio, hit like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.